Rachel Riley is widely recognized as a sharp, intelligent television presenter whose wit and poise have made her a household name. Known for her work on Countdown and her public presence, Rachel embodies professionalism and intellectual credibility. Yet a recent set of photos sparked widespread attention online, showing her in a more relaxed and confident light. What resonated with audiences wasn't scandal or provocation, it was authenticity and self-assurance. Fans and critics alike paused to observe this side of Rachel, demonstrating how public perception can shift when someone steps outside the image the world has crafted for them. This moment highlights the intersection of media, public expectation, and personal expression, illustrating how confidence and authenticity can create powerful conversations. Rachel's subtle display of ease challenges norms, emphasizing that true self-expression doesn't need validation or commentary. The unexpected shift. The photos circulated rapidly because they presented a side of Rachel Riley rarely seen by the public. Known for her composed professionalism and sharp intellect, seeing her in a relaxed, natural setting surprised many. This contrast created intrigue. People are accustomed to seeing her in structured environments, delivering precise answers and maintaining a polished image. The images provided a glimpse of her personal side, calm, confident, and at ease, reminding audiences that public figures are multifaceted. The unexpected nature of the photos is what drove social media chatter, as viewers tried to reconcile the composed television persona with the approachable, self-assured individual portrayed in the images. This shift emphasized that public perception often simplifies complex personalities, and moments like these reveal depth and authenticity. By stepping outside her usual image, Rachel challenged expectations without seeking attention. Confidence in simplicity. Rachel Riley's confidence in these photos comes not from performing or creating drama, but from being comfortable in her own skin. Unlike staged media moments, there was no apparent need for validation. She appeared grounded, relaxed, and fully in control, conveying self-assurance without commentary. This subtle approach emphasizes that true confidence is often quiet, understated, and internal. By letting the images speak for themselves, Rachel allowed viewers to observe her authenticity organically. Her poise demonstrates that public figures don't always need to explain or justify themselves. In a culture that frequently demands constant explanation, this understated confidence is refreshing. Rachel's calm presence reminded audiences that strength lies in self-acceptance and composure, proving that authenticity can create impact as powerfully as words or statements. Reactions from fans and critics. Social media responses were immediate and diverse, reflecting the polarizing nature of public attention. Supporters celebrated Rachel for showing a personal, confident side, highlighting how refreshing it was to see intelligence and self-expression coexist. Many praised her for stepping outside the narrow confines of her public persona, emphasizing that people should not be boxed into a single image. Others questioned why such photos received so much attention, or suggested the reaction was overblown. These mixed responses reflect broader societal dynamics about women in public life and the pressures placed on them to conform to certain standards. The conversation also highlighted the role of media amplification, showing how even subtle moments can become headline news when they challenge preconceived notions of behavior and identity. Media amplification and public perception. Media outlets quickly turned a simple photo set into a headline-grabbing story, demonstrating how narratives are created to attract attention. Dramatic wording and sensational framing encouraged clicks, transforming a quiet personal moment into a topic of debate. While some commentary veered into the trivial, the coverage underscored the public's fascination with women in professional roles who display confidence outside expected boundaries. Rachel Riley's photos became a cultural touchpoint because they disrupted norms, emphasizing the tension between private authenticity and public expectation. The media's
essential truth. Rachel's confidence and self-possession were genuine, not performative. The attention highlighted societal tendencies to scrutinize women's appearances and behaviors, while simultaneously providing a platform for conversations about authenticity, perception, and individuality, challenging stereotypes. One of the most significant aspects of Rachel's photos is how they challenge stereotypes about women in public life. Often, professional women are expected to adhere to a single, narrowly defined persona, composed, polished, and reserved, deviating from
that can provoke judgment or excessive scrutiny. Rachel's images confronted this expectation, revealing that intelligence and confidence are compatible with self-expression, relaxation, and personal style. By existing outside the traditional box assigned to her, she subtly rejected limiting norms while still maintaining professionalism and credibility. This moment resonates beyond her career, illustrating the ongoing cultural conversation about how society views women and how authenticity can break stereotypes without controversy or explanation. Silence as power. Rachel Riley's lack of response to the attention surrounding the photos was a deliberate form of communication in itself. She did not issue statements or seek to justify her presence or choices, which emphasized the power of silence. In a media landscape dominated by constant commentary, her restraint highlighted confidence and self-awareness. By allowing people to react without explanation, she demonstrated that personal autonomy and inner assurance matter more than external validation. This silent approach reinforced the notion that public figures can define themselves through presence and authenticity rather than explanation or performance. Her choice underscored the idea that sometimes the strongest statement is made simply by being oneself and refusing to over-justify. The importance of authenticity. Rachel's photos reflect a broader shift in audience preferences toward authenticity. Today, viewers respond more to moments that feel genuine than to carefully manufactured appearances. Rachel's relaxed demeanor and natural confidence resonated precisely because they felt real, unscripted, and relatable. Her images illustrate that public figures can engage audiences effectively without creating spectacle or relying on controversy. By showing herself as approachable and grounded while still exuding intelligence and self-assurance, she bridged the gap between celebrity and everyday humanity. This authenticity reinforces her credibility and deepens the connection with fans, demonstrating that relatability and confidence are not mutually exclusive, but complementary traits. Perception versus provocation. Importantly, the photos were not about provocation or attempting to stir controversy. They were about perception and nuance. Rachel Riley did not change who she is or behave in a calculated manner to attract attention. Instead, the images revealed a side of her personality that was less frequently seen by the public, emphasizing the multifaceted nature of individuals. The public reaction demonstrates how deviations from expectation often generate disproportionate attention. Yet, beneath the noise, the core message remains simple. Confidence, authenticity, and comfort in one's own skin are powerful. Rachel's ability to showcase these qualities without explanation or performance underscores the subtle ways public figures can assert agency over their image. Broader cultural implications. The widespread reaction to Rachel Riley's photos also highlights a broader cultural conversation about gender, media, and public perception. Women, particularly those in prominent positions, are often scrutinized and boxed into single narratives. Moments like these expose societal tendencies to overanalyze women's appearances and behaviors, while simultaneously providing opportunities to discuss authenticity, personal freedom, and self-expression. Rachel's photos became a talking point, not because of glamour or controversy, but because they challenged assumptions, reminding viewers that women can embody multiple dimensions: professional, confident, approachable, and self-assured, without needing to justify themselves. Audience connection and impact. The response to these images underscores the changing ways audiences connect with public figures. People increasingly value relatability, authenticity, and glimpses into unguarded moments. Rachel Riley's photos resonated because they offered this connection naturally, demonstrating that engagement with fans does not require performance or spectacle. Her example illustrates how public figures can maintain credibility while still revealing personal, authentic sides. By sharing a moment of confidence and ease, Rachel deepened her relationship with audiences, emphasizing that openness and self-assurance are inspiring and relatable qualities that foster meaningful connection. Reflection on public figures and expectations. Ultimately, Rachel Riley's photos highlight the tension between public expectation and individual authenticity. Audiences often project fixed images onto celebrities, expecting them to conform to narrow roles. Rachel's images disrupted these assumptions, revealing that self-expression and intelligence can coexist harmoniously. The public attention reflects not a failure on her part, but the fascination that emerges when someone defies expectations gracefully.